debutantes. This cleaning video was supposed to be just deep cleaning my kitchen shelf, but I posted a picture on Instagram with the hashtag holidaydeepclean, and my friend Christy over at the former Mrs. Jones said, oh, I really like that hashtag, I think I'll use it. So we decided to go ahead and start a collaboration with the hashtag holidaydeepclean. We're going to not really post, it's not super formal is what I'm trying to say. We're just going to post when we clean, how we clean, what we're doing to get our homes ready for the holidays. We would love it if all of you would join in. You can either post a video here on YouTube or just post some pictures on Instagram using the hashtag holidaydeepclean. So let's get started on the kitchen. Good morning, debutantes. Today I am going to tackle the decorative shelf that is in my kitchen. I hate this job. I really only try to do it twice a year. Sometimes it's lucky it gets done once a year. There have been years when it's gotten done no times during the year. But I really want to give my house a deep cleaning before the holiday season kicks in. So before I give my kitchen a deep cleaning, it's super important that this shelf gets cleaned. I'm going to turn the camera around and kind of show you what I am talking about. I have 3 shelves. It's kind of like a U shape. And all of these things on the top of my shelf need to be dusted and cleaned. And as you can see, there's a lot of little things up here, and it is quite the job. So this is what I'm doing today. So the things I have to get ready are this very tall ladder that I think my husband's trying to kill me. It's not real stable. He did tell me he would bring in the heavy metal ladder, and if I needed him to move it, he would come in and move it, but that is just a little bit too much of a hassle. I have my vacuum cleaner. It is plugged in and ready to go. This will probably need to sit on the kitchen counter because I do not think my attachments are long enough to reach the dust. I have filled up my sink with hot soapy water, so as I take things down, I can wash them and put them back up. I have towels laid out to put things on to dry. I have drying towels. I do have a duster, a pencil, and some cleaner. Now, if you watched my, I think it was a holiday prep kind of visit November already, you heard me say that my friend Tara, who also has a shelf like this, used a pencil to trace around each item so that she would know exactly where it went when she needed to put it back. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to climb up on this very scary ladder, and I'm going to get started on the cleaning process. Alright, so I am up on the scary rickety ladder. I want to tell you I am barefoot on this ladder because I am afraid like flip-flops or shoes, I mean I guess I could put tennis shoes on, but I don't want to do that. I'm afraid that I will slip with the shoes on, so I am barefoot. I thought I would kind of show you the mess that I am in. So I am up on the top of the shelf, and I don't know if you can see the strings of dust that are up here. I know you all think I am like Susie Homemaker. Yeah, not so much. So obviously the first thing I'm going to do is I have my pencil, and I'm going to start to trace around some of these items. I will only take maybe from this apple over, so is that like 5 or 6 items, and I'm going to do it a little bit at a time. As I take the items down, I'm going to put them in the hot soapy water. I'm going to give them a wash, and then I'm going to dust the shelf probably with the vacuum cleaner and get as much as possible off, and then put things back. Okay, so I have done this part of the shelf, and even though I did trace around them, I tweaked it a little bit, and I find that I do that with everything. I think I'm going to put it back exactly the way, but I do not. So let me show you. This is the disgusting filth that is up here, and I not only drew a line around each item, but then I kind of wrote down what it was, because when I got to this section I didn't do that, and then I was a little confused because there was another picture here. And so I have learned from experience to write down, not only draw around it, but write down the item. And I wanted to show you a little trick that I do when I display things, because you don't really see the bottoms of these. These candlesticks were the same height, but I wanted one to be taller than the other. So all I did was I used an empty ribbon spool, can you see it under there, and set it up on top, and it gave me just enough height. So I am going to continue to clean. Luckily, you can see, look, this is the mess that I have on my counter. I'm very high up on the ladder, and I don't like it. I'm afraid of heights. Luckily, the vacuum cleaner has been able to stay on the ground. The attachment has been long enough to get up here and vacuum. And not only am I just cleaning the shelf, but because I am up on the ladder, I am kind of dusting the tops of the cabinets as I go. And when I can finish dusting everything, I'm going to get back up on the ladder and I'm going to go ahead and give the cabinets a really good deep clean with some cleaner. So this is what I am doing. I wanted to let you know exactly how the process was going, and I will keep you updated. I wanted to show you that many of the items that I'm cleaning can be soaked in this hot soapy water, but some of these ceramics, these are my grandmother's roosters, they have holes in the bottom and they will fill with water. So anything that is like this, I am obviously not going to soak it in the water because I don't want it to fill up with water and then get moldy on the inside. So what I'm doing is I'm just placing them on a paper towel. I'm taking my method cleaner and I'm giving them a little spray. Because this is the kitchen, of course, they get greasy and nasty. You need to give them a good scrub. So that is what I'm doing with the things that may fill up with water. I do not want them to fill up with water. And the rest are getting soaked and scrubbed and then put here to dry. All right, debutantes, I'm ashamed to show you the dust on my items. I mean, look at how dirty that is. I mean, shall we? Ew, that's disgusting. Now you know why I'm deep cleaning this shelf. Okay, before I vacuum up all of this dust that leads into my dining room, I want to tell you all a very funny story. Okay, sorry about turning the camera. When my boys, well, David and TJ's my son, David is Maureen's husband, as you all know, every Christmas we buy them a toy, some kind of toy. Grown adult men need toys. So one year we bought them the remote control helicopters, you know, those little tiny ones that fly around all over your house. Well, I hadn't cleaned my kitchen shelf this one particular Christmas, and my dining room was beautiful, table was set, everything was gorgeous, and the boys fly the helicopters up over this shelf with all of this dust, and immediately the propellers make all the dust go poof all over my dining room, all over my beautifully set table. So that is another reason why I need to clean this before Christmas so that the boys don't destroy my Christmas table. Okay, so we cleaned the shelf last time. We got this all cleaned off, and as you notice, that is the top of the kitchen. We're gonna deep clean the kitchen now, and when I'm cleaning, I always start at the top because when you dust, all the dust falls down. So if you've cleaned this surface and then you go back and clean this, this is gonna be dirty again, and you're doing double the work. So we're going to go back up to the top. I did vacuum off the top of the cabinets when I was cleaning the shelf, but now they need to be cleaned. Obviously, grease collects on the cabinet doors, and you know, you never ever go in this dark, desolate corner right there, so all of this is going to need to be cleaned. So what I'm going to use, of course, paper towels. I love the Kirkland brand Costco towels. I think these are the best paper towels on the market, bar none. Love them. I also use the Swiffer Sweeper refills, but I do not use these in my sweeper. I use these as dust cloths. These are absolutely perfect. You just grab one from here and then you just use that to dust, and it picks the dust up so you don't have dust flying all over the place. I'm going to use my Method all-purpose cleaner, and then I have this one around just for like the tight corners. This is a Swiffer duster wand. So these are what I'm using. The ladder is obviously still in the kitchen from cleaning this shelf. So I'm going to need it. So that's what I'm gonna do. First, start at the top and work my way down. I have run some vinegar through my coffee pot to get that good and clean, so that is the noise that you hear. So I'm thinking if I want to clear all the countertops of everything so that as I dust, nothing out, like there's no dust getting into my potatoes and whatnot, and like all of my plates. I probably should have moved those before I dusted the shelf, but I didn't, so they're going to need to be run through the dishwasher, I'm sure. So I am going to get started with the deep cleaning of my kitchen because Thanksgiving is 2 weeks away. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Swiffer duster and I'm going to dust off my surfaces. This is the top of my fridge. It's dark outside, so I apologize for the lighting. But what I want to do is I want to dust first, because if you ever notice when you get dust wet, it gets like nasty and then it's even harder to clean. So I want to dust my surfaces first with my Swiffer duster, if I could speak, and then I'm going to take my method cleaner and I'm just going to spray a little bit, because you want to let the cleaner do the work for you. You want to let it kind of sit and start loosening up the grease and the grime. I'm not going to use too much of this cleaner because I don't want to have to rinse it off. So I'm going to give this just a minute to work. I'm trying not to fall off the ladder, so I apologize. So I've sprayed some of the cabinets. Obviously you can see that I have moved everything off the counters. I just thought that would be a much better idea. And I just moved everything to this area of my kitchen. This is right underneath this wall, which I dusted when I cleaned the shelf off. So all of these things are going to need to be wiped down anyway, so I just put them all in one place, and as I clean one area, I will put them back. Okay, debutantes, I wanted to just clear one thing up with this deep clean that I'm doing. This is not a reorganization clean. This is really just a get your surfaces clean. So I will not be going through this, picking things out, reorganizing. I may just take these out, give it a quick wipe down, and put them back in. I don't want you to think that right before the holidays you got to go reorganize all your cabinets, because that is like a spring cleaning to me when you reorganize and get all of that done. So I will just kind of be taking these things out, wiping them down, and putting them right back. This is really just a deep surface clean, like clean all your switch plates, clean the cabinet doors, you know, more than just a surface wipe when you see something on there. This is like really get the grease. I will be cleaning my stove and my microwave. I'll be cleaning my refrigerator. I will be cleaning the inside of my refrigerator because the turkey and everything's got to go in there. And everybody wants to be in your refrigerator and everybody wants to be in your oven. So those are things that I think you need to clean. So I will be giving my refrigerator a deep clean, but then the rest is really just surface cleaning. I am not reorganizing. So what I'm doing right now is I clean the upper cabinets. I'm going to focus on like one area of my kitchen at a time. So I will get this whole area here clean, countertops, bottom cabinets. I probably will not clean the oven until tomorrow because it heats up the whole house, and I will have cranky men if their house is hot when they have to sleep. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this area clean, and as I clean this area, I will go back to all of this and find the items that go on that side of the kitchen. I will wipe everything down, and then I will put it back as I clean, and then I will work on the other half of the kitchen. Here's a real quick tip on how I clean out my microwave. I do not like to spray the inside of my microwave with cleaners. I have when it's gotten really gross, when someone has, you know, not covered up like baked beans and they've exploded. But what I do for my normal clean is I will fill a bowl with water, and then I will close the microwave and I will set it for like 4 minutes to get that water good and hot and get that condensation going. So as it cooks, hi guys, see me? The condensation will gather all throughout the microwave and it'll loosen all the bits up, and then you can just take a sponge and wipe it out. So I thought you might enjoy that microwave cleaning tip. So I'm just cleaning the surface of the oven, and I went ahead and pulled the knobs off. Most of them just the knob came off, but this one, the whole thing came off, so I'm really hoping I can put that back in there, or I'm gonna be in big trouble with honey. Or maybe I'll get a new stove, wouldn't that be nice? So I yanked these off because this is where all the grunge really collects, and it's just kind of nasty. So I'm gonna give this some, spray it with some cleaner. I have a toothpick out to get in like anywhere it's like really gross, so that's the next thing I'm gonna do on my deep cleaning of this oven. I have completed this side of the kitchen. Thank goodness. It is now 7 o'clock. I think I started this process with the shelf this morning about 11. I'm a little exhausted. But anyway, so I have cleaned everything. Luckily the knobs went right back on without a problem and they all work, thank goodness. Honey won't get mad at me now. But I have scrubbed everything, especially the base moldings down there. That always grosses me out. I had just cleaned out the warming drawer because we were trying to figure out why my oven doesn't heat properly. So that was already clean. I just wiped down the top. I did reorganize a little bit to see how this flows. This is, excuse the broom. This has always been my baking station right here because in that cabinet is where I keep all of my sugar, flour, brown sugar, everything I use to bake. I moved the juicer over into the corner. That's where the bread box used to be, and I just moved that over. I thought this might be a better use of space, but we shall see. This is all clean, thank goodness. And then over here, I moved my vegetables and my utensils, and then I cleaned the side of the refrigerator. My most favorite thing in my kitchen is my knife magnet. My husband actually secured that to the side of the refrigerator with some type of heavy-duty industrial putty stickum. I don't know what it is. And that is like my favorite thing because it's so easy to just grab a knife. So this side is done. Now I just have to do the other side. Ugh. Thank goodness I am almost done cleaning the kitchen. It is now, I don't know, I think it's got to be around 8:30. I did start around 11, but I did take a break about 2 and cook lunch for everybody. So don't think I've been cleaning like crazy since 11. But I wanted to show you another quick tip. This is my stainless steel dishwasher. And I just gave it a really good scrub with like just all-purpose cleaner. And it's a little hard to tell with the light. But it's all streaky and that's really not cute. I mean, it's clean, but it's streaky. So I wanted to give you a tip that if you spray your stainless steel with WD-40, I have this is like an industrial WD-40, but basically WD-40 is fish oil, so it's perfectly safe, and you just kind of buff this into your stainless steel and it makes it all shiny and beautiful. And you want to make sure you rub it and get like all the excess off because you don't want to see drips and all that stuff. So I'll just kind of work it into the stainless steel and it will be beautiful and shiny and no fingerprints. Finally, the kitchen is all clean. It is actually the next day. I wanted to film in the daylight because my house is very dark. This surface is nice and clean, all ready for Thanksgiving and all of the prep. I have all of this nice counter space to use. All the cabinets are clean, all the moldings are clean, the blinds are clean, everything is sparkling. Now it's just to keep it this way. I did rearrange some things, like I said, over here on this side. I'm not sure if I like what's going on the oven, but I'm going to give it a shot and see if it works. Then this area. The one thing that I did do, there was a lot of clutter on my refrigerator, and I really don't like a lot of clutter on my refrigerator. There are some things that I just need to know. But what I did in this cabinet is I had some of these pinboard squares, like cork squares, so I secured them to the inside of the cabinet door with some E6000. I let it sit overnight. I put masking tape across to hold it, and then I pinned up the things that I wanted to keep handy. And so that is it. This is my nice clean kitchen. I hope you jump on the holiday deep clean hashtag. So I hope you enjoyed this cleaning video. If you have not subscribed, please do, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.